Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Day 2 of the virtual 2021 Community Builder Celebration. Today, we again have two outstanding honorees. We are excited to present a 2021 Spurgeon Award to Bill Lentsch of Delta Airlines and Allison OToole of Second Harvest Heartland. My name is Julia Cook, and I am an explorer with the OEC Post. I represent more than 25,000 youth served by Scouting, Exploring, and Base Camp program. It is my pleasure to welcome you back to this celebration in honor of, drumroll please, young people. Thank you again for supporting youth in our community. Proceeds from this event benefit local youth in Scouting's co-educational career Exploring Workplace Development programs. Thank you to all of our sponsors for this year's virtual celebration. Today's videos are presented by the St. Paul Foundation, Catherine B. Anderson Fund, Ecolab, and Delta Airlines. This year, we will be presenting the awards virtually through a series of short videos highlighting each recipient's contributions to the community. Today, we will present the next two of 6 2021 Spurgeon Awards. William H. Spurgeon III is credited with developing the co-educational career Exploring program. Exploring matches young men and women with businesses and organizations in their career fields of interest, building leadership, citizenship, and a healthy, prepared workforce since 1980. The Spurgeon Award has been presented to a person who helps others through their generous contribution of time, energy, and talent, helping in all ways to improve the community of today in every way possible. Today's first recipient is Bill Lentsch from Delta Airlines. Bill Lentsch is an uncommon leader. He has never forgotten the value of community in life and business. As a senior leader at one of the largest airlines in the world, Bill guides thousands of employees and customers every day. Globally, Delta Airlines and Bill are leaders on numerous community efforts. At home in Minnesota, Bill is involved in many organizations, quietly and without fanfare, making a difference.
Community service has always been important to me because there is so much need in our communities. I have the opportunity in my job to go around the country and around the world, and it doesn't matter where I am. I see whether it's a financial need, a need for the commitment of your time, your talent, any of the skills that you can offer. In order to make this place a better place to live, we need everyone chipping in to offer what they can. I firmly believe that is my objective, my purpose, my mission, and I'm hopeful that it is others, to do what we can to build strong communities where we have healthy families, where we have healthy businesses, where we have just a healthy place to gather for our children, for our children's children. Just continuing to build strength in the community is one thing that has always been really important to me.
Notably, his efforts over the past 15 years for serving our troops have allowed the organization to continue thriving within its unique mission for soldiers and families. Since 2004, Serving Our Troops has been providing a special message from home for soldiers and their families in the form of a steak dinner from Minnesota. Whether preparing for deployment stateside or overseas and linked via live video, Serving Our Troops offers the opportunity for families to enjoy that one aspect of life that is indeed so important: dinner with the family. After 15 projects in over 110,000 steaks, Serving Our Troops has truly sent a special message from home. Bill has been there every step of the way, providing critical corporate support, organizing hundreds of volunteers, and directly serving meals to soldiers and families. Simply, Serving Our Troops would not happen without Bill Lentsch. Along with his countless hours of service, Bill encourages youth to start to give back to their communities as well.
Well, I would encourage the youth today to get involved in their communities. I know there are so many things that challenge that, particularly this world of electronic connection, the ability to stay stimulated in your own space. But get out into the community, get to know the people in your community, understand the organizations in your community, understand where there are challenges, understand what's good about your community, and find a way for you to connect, whether it is through an organization, through a mentor, through some neighbor that you might have. Offer your time, and it really needs to be intentional. It's not just one of those things that's going to come your way. You really need to intentionally think about committing your time to understanding what it is that's going on in the community and commit your time to helping it. There's so many ways that you can make those connections. It really just requires a willingness to get out and do it.
Bill is a role model for youth because he lives his values every day. Bill grew up in St. Paul. He graduated from Cretin High School. He was a starting pitcher for the University of Minnesota Gopher baseball team, and he has achieved a signature leadership role for a major airline. The difference is character. He focused on making life better, and he does this with diligence, integrity, and respect. Throughout all his work in business and community, Bill Lentsch truly goes the extra mile for his fellow citizens and encourages others to do so. He credits his college baseball coach and longtime friend, John Anderson, for being his mentor and helping him get to where he is today.
Well, I wouldn't say that I've had one particular mentor growing up. I've had multiple along my journey here, whether it's been through my formative years in grade school, high school, and college, and then on into my professional career. I've had mentors who have been coaches. I was an athlete in high school and in college, and I have a college coach, baseball coach, who I would consider to be a mentor. He might not even know that he was mentoring me, but he's still the baseball coach at the University of Minnesota, John Anderson, who I look to for a lot of different attributes and characteristics that I want to emulate. But it's been coaches. I've had mentors at work. I've had mentors in my church life and just in the community. And I've also mentored young professionals here at Delta Airlines or others in my church community. Really important in my mind, because you don't learn everything through a book. You don't learn everything through your own experience. You can rely on the learnings of others through mentoring to really understand what are the challenges that you're going to face and what should be your response, or what could be your best response to those challenges. So I always believe that looking, whether it's a formal mentorship or an informal mentorship, looking for someone who's been down a path that you want to go down, to lean on them, to understand their experience and their learnings, and take those with you as you travel down that same path in order for greater success, to be able to lean on their learnings. So I think it's important to not only have a mentor, but at the right time, when you've gained the wisdom, to offer your time to be a mentor.
As Chief Customer Experience Officer at Delta Airlines, Bill has worked to make Delta a premier air carrier in the world. During a global pandemic, Bill is overseeing one of the most challenging moments in history of air travel. Tens of thousands of employees and travelers are relying on Bill and the Delta family to bring them to their destination safely. Delta has been at the forefront of keeping travelers safe, earning the company accolades all over the world. Behind it all is Bill Lentsch and the Delta team. He has served in numerous leadership roles for Delta, making a difference for all aspects of the organization. Every step of the way in global operations, the customer experience, or working with communities, Bill has never forgot his guiding principle, that people matter. On behalf of the Northern Star Scouting's Board of Directors, we are happy to present the Spurgeon Award to Bill Lentsch. Congratulations to Bill on receiving the Spurgeon Award. Your commitment to giving back is what makes our community such a great place to live. Our next recipient today is Allison OToole. Allison has spent much of her nearly 30-year career serving our community. She began her career with roles with the Attorney General's Office, the Hennepin County Attorney's Office, and Minnesota Department of Health with U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar. During each of these stints, Allison led with integrity and devoted her time to improving the lives of our Minnesota community.
I've learned so much about service during my time leading this food bank, namely that we can all make community service part of our daily lives if we remember that small acts make a big difference. Fridges, bellies, and lives are made full one kind small gesture at a time. Small and powerful acts of caring within our troops, communities, and neighborhoods are where we have power and responsibility to help. And this focus on steady, people-centered change has long guided my work because I see the enormous power of small kindnesses all day, every day. And I bet you do too. I see volunteers deliver needed veggies, turkey, and yogurt to our friend Jean, who learned that her 12-year-old son was stealing cheese sticks and Coke from the local convenience store instead of, again, asking when they could do a grocery run. Our truck-to-trunk grocery pop-ups deliver soup makings to Mary, whose bad case of COVID has kept her from her job at her local library. And when I get really tired, I think about the Johnson family. While they were struggling mightily to make ends meet, they still made time for a food drop-off for a homebound elderly neighbor who had been hit hard by the COVID recession. This is a moment calling out for small kindnesses and the changes that come from them.
In 2015, Allison took on the role of CEO of Lentsch, taking over an agency in crisis. Through her leadership, Lentsch emerged as one of the nation's most successful state-based health exchanges, thus ensuring healthcare coverage to tens of thousands of Minnesotans. In nearly every role she has had, she has found ways to empower area nonprofits and further their missions, whether it be tobacco control, victim rights, or food security.
I've seen this community's steadfast commitment to one another again and again, and it keeps me moving. Though you won't see it on my resume, the real start to my career goes back to my family's South Minneapolis drugstore, where we knew nearly every neighbor we waited on. And I came to understand that the store was as much about the necessity of catching up with neighbors and making daily connections and doing cartwheels down the aisles as it was about filling a needed prescription. When I first began to proudly ring up sales at the ripe old age of 7, I was moved to pitch in and do my part. This beginning shaped my certainty that we are all in it together and taught me that communities need places to gather, eat, and get well together.
Allison has served as a constant role model for the young people throughout her career. While in the Attorney General's office, she campaigned the DARE program and later supported the state's landmark teen anti-smoking campaign called Target Market. She has found a way to devote her career to serving others and serves as an inspiration to young people who want to make a difference. In recent years, she has devoted more of her time to encouraging and supporting young women in developing leadership skills necessary to serve in executive roles.
My mom, Carol, has always lit my path forward. She is a force, and whether it be through commitment to education and bettering ourselves, or just her pure personal strength, she showed me the way forward. And probably because of the leadership template my mom set for me, or maybe just because of good luck, I am Irish, I've been surrounded by strong mentors my whole life. I've worked in the county attorney's office where I learned from powerful leaders. I've worked with Senator Klobuchar, who is certainly in the community building business. And I am humbled by the leaders I've seen in action and how much they've given to me. In honor of those relationships, I never turned down a request for an informational interview. Every one of those conversations matters, and that's how careers are built, how my thinking is kept fresh, and how the coming generation of change makers, including all of you, find their way.
Currently, Allison is the Chief Executive Officer of Second Harvest Heartland, where they work to end hunger through community partnerships. As one of the nation's largest, most efficient, and most innovative hunger relief organizations, they are able to leverage their unique position in the emergency food chain to make an impact across the state.
The rates of youth hunger are shocking. 1 in 6 kids lives with hunger. That's 4 kids in an average-sized 9th grade classroom, 3 on a basketball team, and dozens in your neighborhood, all coming home to an empty fridge. Think about how hard it is for you to finish a day at school or work on an empty stomach when you've missed lunch for whatever reason. Now imagine that experience becoming a daily occurrence. This is a problem kids are living with every day, but you, their peers, can help. Make it okay to talk about hunger in your community. There is no shame in reaching out for help with food. You can also help volunteer to fight hunger and give a financial gift if you can. Every single action helps.
Allison's leadership experience has never been more on display than in 2020. As the CEO of Second Harvest Heartland, she led our region's response to the dramatic food needs due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Rallying volunteers, funders, restaurants, civic leaders, and many others to support our unprotected needs. In 2020, Second Harvest Heartland delivered more than 115 million pounds of food, up to 23% over 2019. Saw a 58% increase in food shelf visits and coordinated more than 1/3 meals served through its Minnesota Central Kitchen program. Her experience and dedication to keep Minnesota families fed during the pandemic makes Allison a great recipient of the Spurgeon Award. On behalf of the Northern Star Scouting Board of Directors, we are excited to present the Spurgeon Award to Allison OToole. Congratulations to Allison on receiving the Spurgeon Award. The work you have done is an inspiration to us all. Thank you to the St. Paul Foundation, Catherine B. Anderson Fund, Ecolab, and Delta Airlines for being our presenting sponsors today. All proceeds go to Northern Star Scouting Exploring Program. Exploring serves over 3,000 youth in the Twin Cities and surrounding area. If you would like to learn more about this program or would like to donate, please visit www.northernstar.org and click on Give. Thank you for your support of the Scouting, and watch your emails for the next 2 honorees of Jill Renslow from the Mall of America and Washington County Sheriff Daniel Starry.